Okay, on to approximate convexity. So what this means is when interest rates rise, bond prices fall, and if interest rates fall, bond prices rise. But the question is, how much do the bond price rise or fall? Bonds that have a higher approximate convexity, higher is better, they take advantage of the interest rate falling by rising their prices higher than other bonds that have a lower approximate convexity. And similarly, when the interest rates rise and the bond prices fall, bonds that have a higher approximate convexity, they don't fall as much. So it's really a win-win to have a higher approximate convexity. So I'm going to copy this phrase because I'm going to paste it in my spreadsheet. And the formula is I take the price formula and I take the yield to maturity and add the B, a letter named number represented by B, and that number is a very small number, 0.00001, and it represents what would happen if there was a change in the interest rate. Would the price go up just a little or down just a little? So we're having the up a little, down a little, and then minus 2 times no change, and then divided by whatever that change is, 0.00001 squared, times the regular price. So I'm going to copy this phrase, approximate convexity, Control C, and oh yeah, the shortcuts. So we're going to be editing a cell. Specifically, we're going to be editing the label, approximate convexity cell, so we can paste it without formatting. We're also going to be editing the price formula, so we can copy that price formula and paste it a bunch of times. We're going to be copying and pasting. We're also going to be autofilling down. This is the last of the formulas, and so after that, we're going to autofill it all the way down, which is Control D. So Alt Tab Tab, and first off, going into O1, where we're going to paste approximate convexity, I'm going to hit F2 and Control V, so it pastes without formatting, and enter. Good. Now I'm going to start the formula equal, and I'm going to put brackets in front of the numerator, the top part, so to keep it all together, because I'm adding and subtracting, and it needs to be all together. And then, actually, I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to escape. I'm going to go over to the price and hit F2, hold down Shift and hit Home to select the entire thing, but then I'm going to arrow to the right one because I don't actually want the equal sign every time I paste it. I only want to type it in once. I'm going to let go of Shift and go Control C to copy that and escape. Now I'm going to go to the approximate convexity formula, equal, open bracket for the numerator, Control V. I'm going to put this little plus 0.00 after the B2. B2 is where the yield to maturity is. I'm going to put it in afterwards. I'm first going to put all the copying and pasting and stuff like that, and then I'll edit this afterwards. So that plus the price again, this is going to be the one that's eventually going to be edited for minus, Control V, and then I'm going to go minus 2 times 2 and then an asterisk, paste again the price, and then close the numerator. Then I'm going to go divided by, and the denominator doesn't technically have to have brackets, but I'm just want them just for aesthetics. So I'm going to open bracket, and the number is 0. And there's 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then square it. So that's hold down Shift and 6 for the caret, 2, and then multiply that. And you might think that, wait a minute, am I multiplying that 2 with something? And I'm not. The way that Excel works is that when you have an exponent, it believes that that exponent is the only one thing you put there, either a number in my case, or if I was referring to a cell, that cell address, and that's it. If you wanted to do anything to add more to that exponent, there would have to be brackets around the exponent, and there isn't. So I'm multiplying the whole term, b squared times price. So Control V, and then I'm going to close the bracket for the denominator. Now I'm going to hit Enter because it needs me to, but then I'm going to go back up into it and F2 it, and I'm going to up arrow because mine is getting into rows of of data, and I'm going to go to the B2 of the very first term where it's going to be adding. I'm going to go plus 0.12340 Then I'm going to go to the one where I subtract it. That's the next B2 right there. Subtract 0.12340 and that's all they have to do. That's the other ones, the other two prices are just normal, and then enter. And there it is. That's the approximate convexity. So now I'm going to start on the first, and I'm going to autofill all these formulae down for the entire sheet. I'm going to go to the first one that needs to be autofilled down, hold down Shift, go to the last one, and now this is one of those areas that I'm not going to do it, but this is one of those areas where the mouse is better, because I could double click this little green square in the bottom right hand, and a double click with a mouse will know how many rows it's supposed to be automatically. You cannot simulate that with keyboard shortcut. I'm so sad. But anyways, I'm going to do it anyways, just to be a truist, just to show you how it's done. So Shift, and I'm going to use the page down to move a lot. And then now if I go that, it's too much. So I'm going to hit page up, and then I'm going to arrow down to the last few, and then Control D. And there it is. And it's already saved because the autosave is on.